I don't think so.
Talk about what this means to you.
Growing up in Toledo and watching it every Saturday with my family, my friends, it's a big game, and I'm growing up watching it, and now I'm playing in it, and it's a cool experience.
Is it going to be extra special to play for a coach who's also played in this game?
I think so. I think he knows what it's about. I think he knows what it takes to win. He's going to put us in the right positions to win.
He didn't talk much about this game. He kind of downplayed it. Do you think he's more excited than he leads on to us?
I don't know. I think you have to take every game like it's the most important game. The next game is the most important game, and since Ohio State is our next game, it is the most important game of the season. That's how we're going to attack it this week.
How much credit does Jim get for stabilizing this thing this year?
What is stabilizing in what way? I think you're getting a lot of credit. I mean, the coaches, the players, we all work together really well. I think the team has come together in a way that I haven't seen in the past 2 or 3 years, and I think it's something special.
What's the mood around the program this year, as opposed to this week last year?
Well, it's only Monday, so we really haven't been together much. But I think it's going to be the same. Take it as you know, the next game is the most important game, like I said before, and just attack each day like you're trying to win something and play for a Big Ten championship.
What do you think of their offense that you're going to go against Saturday?
They have a lot of weapons. They have a lot of experienced guys, a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps, especially in the offensive line, which I'll be going up against, you know, each and every play. So we're going to watch film, study up on them, and have the best game plan we've had all season.
Compare him to Indiana a little bit. Compare him to Indiana a little bit, minus the tempo. Are there some similarities there offensively?
I mean, they're a spread team. I think they have better athletes, better players all around, which I think is going to be a challenge for us. So we're willing to take on that challenge.
What is going to be like on the field? The effort for both teams, the hit and all that stuff.
I think this game each and every year is more physical than any other game. It's a rivalry game. We're playing for a lot this year. Both teams. We're playing for pride. We're playing for bragging rights. So it's gonna be a physical, tough, aggressive game.
What do you remember? Shared any stories with you about the game leading up to it?
No, but I'm sure he'll have a few stories to share and you know, his experiences and what he's learned from each game that he played in when he was a quarterback here.
What do you remember about their offensive line from last year?
They were young. They were inexperienced at the beginning of the year, but they came on really fast. They did a good job against us last year. The schemes and the blocking combination that they did last year, they got after us last year.
Growing up in Toledo, having watched this rivalry, like you said, do you have your most memorable moment or moments from this rivalry? Just watching it, not playing.
Yeah, so I think the most memorable one. I think I was 10 years old, and it was my uncle's wedding, and I was the ring bearer for it. So I was all dressed up, and we were all huddled around.
I was gonna say they had a wedding during football season.
Yeah, it was crazy. and my uncle's actually a big Ohio State fan, so we were all huddled around the TV. It was a small TV, like in the changing room, and there's probably 20 of us just huddled around watching it before the wedding. So I thought that was actually a pretty cool experience and memory that I'll have forever.
What year was that?
I was 10, I think.
So it was
12 years ago.
12 years ago.
Who are you rooting for?
Who was I rooting for?
Yeah.
I was rooting for Michigan back then. I've always been a Michigan fan. My family, growing up, coming to games, we've always been a Wolverine family.
Did they win that game? Do you remember?
I think Michigan actually lost that game.